Passengers are an important part of Sodor. Thomas pulls Annie and Clarabelle, his two coaches. Toby pulls Henrietta, his one coach. And Daisy, the diesel rail car, also takes passengers. The other engines help out occasionally as well. One morning, Gordon, the express engine, pulled in with his passenger train. The express. Emily was waiting there. "Why are you waiting here at the docks, Emily? Are you waiting for a ship to arrive or something?" "Not a ship per se," said Emily. "An engine." "An engine?" said Gordon. "Whatever do you mean?" "Well, it was said that at exactly 11 o'clock today, a new engine is supposed to arrive from the mainland." "Really?" said Gordon. "Interesting." It was at that moment that the two engines heard a sound. Wheels on tracks, and around the corner came the new engine. It was a diesel, painted blue and silver. It also had two coaches. They were magnificent. "Are you the new engine?" asked Gordon. "Indeed so," said the new engine. "My name is Danny the Diesel Engine, the finest passenger train in the world." "That's what you think," said Gordon. "Just wait till you see me pulling the express." And Gordon and Emily were shocked. Danny had gone away so fast they hadn't even seen him leave. "He might cause a little trouble," said Emily. "Indeed so," said Gordon. "But hey, what can we do about it?" And he too puffed away. Approaching the station, Gordon could see Danny's coaches. Gordon could see that Danny was not attached to them. He must have left them to go get oil or something, he thought. That gave him a brilliant idea. He himself left his coaches and went to the yards. It was then that Danny returned. He could see that Gordon had left his coaches. That gave him an idea. "I'll show Gordon who's really the best," he said. Once again, he left his coaches and went away to the yard. Sir Topham Hatt was riding Emily to Ellsbridge Station for a visit. However, when Emily got there, there were two lines of trucks instead of coaches. On the other side of the platform, Danny and Gordon were arguing with each other. "You replaced my coaches with trucks," said Gordon. "Well, so did you," said Danny. "But trucks are filthy. How could you ever do such a thing? You rotten..." "Hey, you gotta give me credit for putting a brake van on." "No, that was me. No, that was my line of trucks. Mine. "Silence!" hollered a voice. It was Sir Topham Hatt. "I can see that you two do not get along together very well," said Sir Topham Hatt. No, sir, we don't, said the engines simultaneously. "In that case, I will have to punish you both for being such naughty engines."
Yes, sir,
they both said. "And for your punishment, you will both be sleeping at the docks tonight."
Yes, sir,
they said, and both engines puffed sadly away. Emily felt sorry for Gordon. She even felt sorry for Danny the Diesel. She wished there was something she could do, but she didn't know what. "Emily, will you please take these trucks back to the yard?" I will call Edward and James to take the coaches." "Yes, sir. Right away, sir," said Emily. And she puffed away to get turned around. Soon, Emily was puffing along with a long line of trucks. Soon, she came upon a tree. While looking carefully at the tree, she noticed that there were tracks under the tree. "How strange," said Emily. "Perhaps I should see what's down here." She pushed the tree aside and chuffed down the track. The track was overgrown with trees and bushes. Presently, however, Emily came upon an old farm. The old line gave Emily a terrific idea that did not involve switching coaches for cars. Once again, she puffed to the yard. They shunted 4 cars, then 8,
Then 12. Soon there was a long line of cars running down the old line by the old farm.
Then Emily set off for the docks. The shunting task had taken her a long time, and by now it was morning again. "Gordon, Danny," she said, "Sir Topham Hatt told me that you two have a job to do."
We do?
"Yes. Just down the line there's a siding full of trucks, and you need to bring it back here to Brendam Docks." "Okay then," said Danny. "I'll get the job done in no time." Gordon went after him. First, Danny tried to couple onto the train. He pulled and pulled, struggled and struggled, but he could only move the cars a few inches, and that made him exhausted. "Whew, I can't do this," he said. "Let me try," said Gordon. So Danny shunted aside, and Gordon coupled onto the cars. But even Gordon, the big strong engine, could only move the cars a few inches, and that made him exhausted. "I think, for once," said Gordon, "Steamies and Diesels might have to work together on this one." "Perhaps you are right," said Danny. Danny backed down onto Gordon and the rest of the train. "Ready?" said Gordon. "Ready as I'll ever be," said Danny. And together, the two began to pull the train. Their wheels spun and spun around and struggled to move, but at last they began to move. First one car came off the siding, then the next, and the next, and the next. Soon the whole train was being pulled away by Gordon and Danny. They began to shunt the cars into place. The two engines found that maybe Steamies and Diesels working together wasn't such a bad thing. Soon, the two engines were finished. "Well done, Gordon," said Danny. "And well done to you, Danny," said Gordon. Just then, Daisy arrived, and on board was Sir Topham Hatt. "What's going on here?" he asked. "Why are all these trucks at the docks?" "But didn't you want us to do that, sir?" "Yeah, we've been working together all night on this job." "You two working together? My, I never gave you two a job, but who did this?" "Well, I think we did," said the two engines. It was then that Emily arrived. "Please forgive me, sir. I only wanted the two engines to learn how to work together with each other. So I took a bunch of cars and shunted it on an old siding I found. I told them that it was their job to work together and bring them to the docks. And now look, they're friends." "Yes, we are," said Danny. "Surprisingly enough," said Gordon. "Well, I must congratulate you on that one, Emily. You really are an excellent engine." "Thank you, sir," said Emily. "And you too," said his top hat. Gordon and Danny started to back away. "Are really useful engines," he said. "As a reward, Gordon, you shall have a new coat of paint." "Oh, thank you, sir," said Gordon. "And Danny, you shall stay on the island." "Oh, what a reward! Thank you, sir." "It's my pleasure. It's what engines deserve, at least when they work together." Yeah.